Welcome to 9 Lives. And first up, it's show jumping at the J.K. Williams Grand Prix Classic. 4 riders remain from 21 as we head into a jump-off final.
Leanne Brueggemann was first up.
Very competent young rider, Leanne. She's come a long way to compete in this competition, all the way from Gawler in South Australia. And the butterflies will be rumbling around a little bit because in the jump-off you've really got to... Oh, and believe it or not, she's got to rail down, so that's 4 jumping penalties. Now, she cannot afford, if she wants to get into the placings in this competition, she cannot afford any more rails down, and she certainly can't afford to go over time. So she needs to hustle along a little bit now that she's got those 4 jumping penalties. Comes in, approaches fence number 7, and that's clear. Has a beautiful way of proceeding along, the horse jumping nicely. Got his mind on the job, Torjoy, which is good. Comes in for the big blue fence over the top. Not bad, but... she's got to keep her eye on things. Has a look over the right shoulder as she comes over. I think she might have even lost a stirrup there. Comes in for the first is clear, 1 stride. Second is clear, well done. Well, she won't be too impressed with the 4 jumping penalties that she got back there, but that's a good round for the jump off for Leanne Brueggemann. Well, next up on the course is a man that I often refer to in show jumping commentary as the legend. And the reason that I call Ron Easy the legend is because this guy is a speed specialist. The number of times that I've seen him come out in an event like this, whether it's a speed event or something, and at the last minute he absolutely creams the opposition. Whether or not he can do it today is a different story. Let's have a look at him. Very experienced show jumping rider. He's riding a horse called Rolling Thunder, big 16.5 hand gelding, but a real specialist. He's doing it well, Ron Easy. He can do this, and he's not wasting any time. I can't believe what I've seen here. Have a look. He's lost a stirrup. What's he going to do now? This is the jump off. He's clear over that one. He's done it with only 1 stirrup leather. You can see it flapping in the breeze, and he's still got a couple of jumps to go. Can he do it? He's got to go clear. He's done 1. He's done 2. That's why he's the legend. Absolutely unbelievable. You want to talk about professionalism and sheer skill? Ron Easy is the guy, and he went clear at the same time. Great effort. Jamie Coleman's up next. Jamie is riding Lucknow Lodge Zazu, a brown 16.3 hand gelding, 7 years of age. Jamie, of course, from Orangeville. He's a rider trainer by profession. And Jamie is another one of these riders. There's so many... Oh, gee whiz. I was about to say he's another one of these riders capable of going clear. Now, he's incurred the 4 jumping penalties. That means that he's got to hustle along because it's about time now. And he certainly can't afford to make any more mistakes and incur any more jumping penalties. Comes into the big fence number 7. Rides it well. He's concentrating now. I think he might have taken his mind off the clock and concentrated on going clear. Comes in, beautiful scope over there with Lucknow Lodge Zazu. Goes the nice easy way through what used to be the castle, in for the last. A's clear, 1 stride, B's clear. Done well, Jamie Coleman. Well, he wouldn't be too impressed with that effort, but he did get to the jump off, and that's always the sign of a champion. Now, Paula Hamoud, another of our very, very clever young riders. Paula riding Mr. Chuckles. This is a great combination, these two. They've been around for a while. They've jumped a lot. They know each other. They know how the Chuckles knows how the boss thinks, and the boss knows how Chuckles thinks. Whether they're together on the day is another story, but boy, oh boy, she's not wasting any time. Look at the speed she's travelling at. And that's okay, except if you go in... Oh, gee, my heart leapt into my mouth then for a minute. Came in very close to that jump. Let's see how she goes here. That's clear. Now, what sort of a line is she going to take to come back onto the last? We're talking about $10,000 at stake here. And rides hard. Oh, you could see it coming almost. Destroyed the fence. Doesn't even bother looking over her shoulder. And that is the price you pay for going that quickly. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. Unfortunately, even though it was a good round, it hasn't quite paid off for her. I think you'll find she'll be in 2nd placing. But there is no doubt about our winner, Ron Easy.
Ron, congratulations. How does it feel to win again?
Oh, yes, terrific. This is only a really young horse in this class, and he's been going so fantastic, and you know, I'm thrilled.
So, Paula Hamoud coming very close, but victory goes to New South Wales' Ron Easy. Time now for some 18-foot skiffs. It's the third race in the 18-foot skiff Geelong Grand Prix Series, and with strong winds, it should be an action-packed contest.
They did collide with Nokia, but Olavache gets a great start down the far end of the line. Prudential also off the line well. Good stuff there from Sean Langman.
And here's the replay of that incident between Nokia, left-hand side of your screen, and Team Carter. Team Carter a little bit early coming into the start. Bears down on Nokia. And here we go, the cruise straight into the mainsail.
Knocked the bowman, Matt Pearce, straight off the wing. I hope he's okay. There they are into the tack, onto starboard now, so they have to run away.
Looks like this right-hand side has paid off. You can see Schiavello there, young Keegan York, the youngest skipper on the circuit, has absolutely nailed this first beat. And this will be the first time he's ever led a race on the Club Marine Flying 18's Grand Prix circuit.
He'll have his heart in his throat, no doubt about that. To be leading a race here with the big boys and also be doing it on such a windy day. Oh, and absolute carnage in the background. Emmett Lazic capsized the Xerox. One of the top campaigns, but still not handling.
As Schiavello comes into the top mark, the main sheet right out there, trying to keep the boat as flat as possible, and now the bear away. Let's hold our breath. Come on, Keegan.
What a day he's having, leading the race with the big boys and in such a windy condition. Look at the rip in the mainsail. They've gone through that just before the start in a capsize.
And here's Andrew Short, 2KY, coming into the top mark. These two skiffs have got their smallest number 3 rigs on. TPL and Club Marine in 3rd and 4th. They've got their largest rigs on, so they're going to be really battling in 25 knot plus conditions. Having a lot of trouble pulling away here. Andrew Cuddy.
Doing a fine job.
So heading away from the top mark, 2KY took the lead, but disaster struck as they capsized. TPL took on the mantle of leader.
Corio Bay for Michael Spees. Down comes the drops of the other campaigns. TPL's the leader. Andrew Cuddy having a nice day of it. But Schiavello also trying to poke a nose inside.
You can see the difference in size of rigs there. Schiavello with his smallest number 3 rig on. You've got Cyanide Beds taking a very wide rounding with their number 1 rig on.
Keep battling on, boys.
TPL was holding the lead, closely followed by Schiavello as they headed for the top mark. And Xerox was hot on their tail, despite capsizing on the first lap.
As you can see, TPL staggering upwind as Schiavello, more suited to these wind strength, is closing in, but very, very tricky conditions as they come to the top mark. TPL's going to have a lot of trouble bearing away because they're heavily over canvassed, and as we watch Keegan York getting ready to do that vital bear away. TPL going in there now. Bow goes down.
Keegan York probably could have brought his boat a little closer to the mark. TPL with a big rig, starting to set the spinnaker. John Schultz, Michael Kennedy going for it.
Bit of inexperience there, you know, with the 3rd rig on. Keegan York could have dived in there and put a bit of pressure on TPL. Xerox and Prudential in very strong wind conditions. I'll hang here and wait for that moment, but they're happy to pull away. But safety first here, they're just going to survive.
Pull it hard, Sean, there we are.
So with the field decimated by capsizes, the unfancied Team Carter found itself out in front at the bottom mark.
Tears are in front.
What a race this is. Just stay upright, you can take 25 points. But you don't even have to do that. Coming around, Ian Forbes just getting out onto the wing now. Schiavello over in the background, the early race leader. And nice, not a bad rounding actually for Michael Carter.
Well, this is great. You know, Michael Carter's been in the 18-foot skiffs now for a number of years and hadn't had much success. He's funding the boat himself, and here he is leading the race, and it's great as we see 2KY just getting smashed down again with this 25-knot southwesterly breeze in Corio Bay.
Heading towards the finish, and Team Carter was still holding their surprise lead. Would their nerves hold?
And what a moment for Michael Carter, Ian Forbes and Daniel Wiseman. Their first Grand Prix victory ever.
Oh, they've spent some time in trying to achieve it, and aren't they happy about it?